Herman Cain stated this week that he would be endorsing Newt Gingrich because he is, quote, going through the sausage grinder. When asked for comment, Newt's wife responded with, "Please don't call me that."
Oh. She could have also called herself a bun. Or something. Never mind.
All right. I appreciate the effort, Taylor. Getting back to the Super Bowl, though, New York, yes. Is that Super Bowl or is that the X-Men from the 90s? It's okay. I like it still.
You gave it a good try.
It was a really good try. Now, getting back to the Super Bowl, New York is preparing for New England's highly touted tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Now, analysts are saying that his enormous hands are the key to his success. Well, hey, motherfuckers, finally you're coming in handy, all right? Now, and I'm sure all the ladies in here are perked up about this, and you know what they say about an NFL tight end with big hands.
What?
Huge paycheck.
Oh, Robbie, wrap me up in your alimony.
Yeah. Just keep holding out for that day.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Now, in the past month, 3 different studies in both the UK and the US have touted the benefits of magic mushrooms, marijuana, and the club drug Special K in treating people with depression.
Yes!
Yeah, finally you have a reason now. Now, in a related story, the National Institute of Mental Health is moving its headquarters to Burning Man to better facilitate.
It fits.
Yeah. Now, yesterday, Facebook, as I'm sure you all know, filed its IPO. Meanwhile, though, Tom from MySpace defaulted on several IOUs.
That sounds like that could be something like an emo song. That theme.
Yeah?
It does,
Okay.
I promise.
I'll take your word for it. Now, the James Bond series turns 50 years old this year, and the age may be starting to show. In the newest film that's coming out later this year, Skyfall, all the covert planning just takes place at a Shoney's.
No.
007 is trying to get the early birds.
Early birds. Makes sense.
It does. You know, just trying to get a deal.
Yeah.
Now, this past week, NBC decided against airing. Yes.
Oh.
They decided against airing a new episode of Fear Factor where the contestants had to drink a glass of donkey urine and semen.
Oh, that's nasty.
Well, yeah, it's disgusting. But the reason they made this decision was when they realized it'd already been done by Anthony Bourdain, Andrew Zimmerman, Man vs. Wild, Man vs. Food, Ozzy Osbourne, Jackass, Gary Busey, and a memoir due out tomorrow by Andy Dick.
Yeah. Yes. It's getting boring.
Yeah.
Not fun anymore.
Who cares now? Now, in astronomy news, throughout the month of February, Venus is going to move within a short distance of Jupiter, with the 2 planets being extremely close by Valentine's Day. Isn't that sweet? Now, where is Mars going to be is the big question on February 14th. And I have the answer. It's going to be eating ice cream alone with its cat.
Oh!
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
It's me. I'm here, douchebag. What's going on?
I'm sorry, miss. We're having a talk show here. Can I help
Middle
you?
of something.
Oh, like theater.
Yes.
I went to AAU. Ah! I know theater.
Okay. Miss, I'd be happy to show you a seat. We got one right there.
Don't you tell me what to do. Oh my God, you don't even know what's going on out there.
Miss, please, what's going on out there?
We were in the cab, and Becky was like, "Oh my God!" And the cabbie was like, "You gotta pay." She was like, LOL.
So wait a minute, you left your friend Becky in a cab.
She's pregnant. Are we not? What is blue? What is it blue when it's blue?
Miss, I don't know. But you left your pregnant friend in a cab out there.
Well, no, we were at Fur, and she didn't have a purse, and like nobody's gonna buy her drinks.
Oh, all right.
It's certainly not Cody. Cody.
Wait, who's Cody?
I don't know where he is. Oh, hi.
Listen, wait a minute, miss.
No, Cody. We were on a break. We were on like a. Do you want some?
No, I'm fine.
We were on like a little break. But we have so much in common. We met at AU at my Delta for, oh my God, it was such a good night. And he was like, we like cupcake. And it was for a center on the hill.
Oh, well, I don't think he's here, miss, so,
No, he could be here. Oh, you know what?
What?
You'd be perfect for Becky. She's such a nonprofit.
What do you mean by
Oh my god.
Wait, I don't understand what you mean by
I mean, they take all the money, but it's mostly just for upkeep.
That's really not nice.
It's that out there. You don't even know. There's traffic cones.
Well, yeah, they're doing a lot of construction. They're trying to widen it to be a pedestrian walkway.
You're a pedestrian. What a stupid thing to say to me.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right, security, can we get somebody out here?
Hey, fine, I'm going. I got Cody coming.
Hey, security, can you get her out of here,
I'm
please?
going.
She seems dangerous. I'm watching her.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so.
No. Yeah.
All right, well, how about you two just find your way out together?
Coming up.
Right, could you help her out?
Just help her out.
All right. Wow, well, we got her taken care of, everybody. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. So please stick around and don't text anyone because I'll be able to see. And Nikki, please let me to my desk. Wow. Well, how about another thanks again to Drunk Girl? Jeez. Now, how did
She was a mess.
She was quite a mess. Now, how did she get in the show? Better yet, how did she even get in the building? Who's the security manager? Yeah.
I am.
Wait a minute. What, Nikki?
Yeah, we had some cutbacks for financial reasons, so I'm the house musician and security for the show.
Do you have any experience in this?
The executive producer said that I know karate. So
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. You know karate. It's fine.
Makes sense. I don't know karate.
Oh my God. All right, Nikki, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry that I assumed that. Well, how do you plan to fend off any intruders?
Don't worry about it, Charlie. I've got it.
Wait a minute. What? You, Taylor?
Well, yes. I did 4 tours of duty in Afghanistan with a special ops unit.
Oh, what about a weapon?
A weapon. Look at these mitts. Anybody messes with you? Snap their up the neck like a Cheeto.
Whoa, okay. Well, women are God's perfect killing machines, everybody.
I am.
Mickey, I'm really sorry I assumed that you
Oh
knew.
no, I actually do know karate.
Wait, what? Oh, all right.
Oh.
Okay.
Asian.
Oh, of course. Fits together.
Okay, all right. Well, let's bring out our first guest tonight. He is a filmmaker in his own right and also founder of the DC Shorts Film Festival, Jon Gann, everybody. Yeah, you too.
What's up?
Not a ton, just got everybody here. Now, first and foremost, I know you like Maker's Mark, so can I put you to bed? This is how you woo a guest, people.
This is good.
It always
works well.
Yeah.
Of course, one of these beforehand would have been nice too.
Oh, all right. We'll get somebody on that.
I drank it all in the back. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So first things first.
Yes.
How did you get into filmmaking? How did you start doing that?
Oh my God. I was a graphic designer for many years, and I got sick of doing stuff that I thought was great, that people thought was and stuff I thought was crap, that they thought was brilliant. And so it was the beginning of the digital video revolution, and I'm like, I'm going to go to Quickie Film School and make some films, because when they're 20 feet tall, you see how brilliant I am.
Yeah.
So I made 2 films, my opus, which I took like everything out of me, and then a piece of crap editing exercise, and everyone hated the opus and loved the piece of crap. And that's when I decided I'm just not going to give a shit anymore. So.
Well, hey, there you go. Well,
And it's worked ever since.
It's a good attitude to
It's a
have.
great attitude.
Now, then, how did you come to start DC Shorts?
I had a film in 2002, 2003 called Cyber Slut. It was a 11-minute film about finding gay sex on the internet.
Okay.
And it played about 50 festivals around the world. It did really well. And I took the year off and I traveled around the globe to festivals. And I was disgusted at how most festivals treated filmmakers. Most big festivals are about money and parties and sponsors, and sometimes they're about films.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. But they're not about films, and they're not about filmmakers.
Yeah.
And so I came back to DC, and by a lot of circumstances, I happened to have a theater at my disposal, and I said, I'm just going to start a film festival, just to honor short films, because that's what I make.
Cool. Now, so how does it work? Or is it totally open submissions? Do you have kind of set teams, or can you kind of take us through
Sure,
that?
yeah, we have a submission process. It just started in December. It goes through May. This year we're expecting about 1,500 submissions.
Wow.
Last year we had 1,100 from 47 countries, I think.
That's amazing.
So it's great. We have stuff this year from countries we never thought made films. I'm like, yeah. We had
So-
film
so
from
what-
Cyprus yesterday. I'm like,
From
yeah.
So you got from Cyprus. What were some other unknown countries?
We got a dozen films on last Tuesday from the Ukraine.
Wow.
So it's kind of like, oh wow, Ukrainian film. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to watch it. So we have a process. We have actually, if you come to the event this weekend, the DC Shorts.
Wait,
Laughs-
let's plug that real
Let's
quick.
plug
So
that
tell
for us.
everybody about that.
So this weekend we have a program called DC Shorts Laughs. Every midwinter, the main festival is in September. Midwinter we do something that's completely different. So this weekend we're going to be doing a combination of our funniest comedies with live stand-up performers at Riot Act. So
And everybody does have a card about that under your seats if you have a look.
so
Check that out.
oh, and here's one that films from the show.
Yeah. Hold on, we're not ready for
We're not
that.
ready for that. But
Pause that. That's some delightful music, though. It's really nice.
I thought that was Mickey.
so.
Okay.
So anyway, so we have so if you come in this thing this weekend, you can get information on how you can be a judge. Last year had 150 first-round judges.
Cool.
There are people who just like film. You put into teams of 3. You watch about 40 films with this group. A lot of them are online now, so it's a lot easier. You score them using some software we had written for us.
Okay.
And then we use that to pick the top 300, and the second committee watches the top 300 films, and from there we choose like the 150 we showed during the festival in September.
Very cool. And what dates are it again in September?
September 6th to 16th,
Cool.
God willing.
Now, it'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
So now, so we do have a clip here, and now can you kind of take us through what we're going to be seeing?
Sure. So this is one of the films we're showing this weekend. It's called 0507. It's a little 2-minute film. I love 2-minute films. This one's from the UK. It's kind of a quiet film, but it has a really good point to it, and so enjoy it.
Cool. All right.
That's not it.
Do you want to watch something else?
But who was it who killed him?
It was the wife, I think.
I thought she was a ghost. Did you remember to email the venue about the reception?
Yes.
Because you know it's the only Saturday that we can get the church as well.
Yeah, it's fine.
You did it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Can I just use your phone to check my email?
Yeah, sure.
What's the passcode?
Oh, it's my birthday. which was yesterday, actually.
Ah!
Good, well that was fun.
Good, glad.
Thank you. Okay, so now that we know each other a little better, somebody told me a story about a hedgehog funeral that you had.
Yeah.
So you had a pet hedgehog.
I had a pet in the mid to late 90s. I had a pet hedgehog. Her name was Margaret Dumont, named after the woman who was in all the Marx Brothers movies, because I'm a huge Marx Brothers fan.
Okay.
And I had Margaret for like 9 years. And I came home one afternoon after I moved downtown, and I found her dead in her cage. And I was like, oh, crap. So, and I was saddened, but at the same time, I have to be honest with you, in 20 minutes I was waiting for a group of guys to come over for a game of strip poker, and I was like, oh.
Right, it was just an inconvenience
Right.
at that point.
And of course at that point my neighbor comes in and says, how's Margaret doing? I'm like, Margaret's dead. And so I live in a building of artists, and we were just kind of coalescing as a big group.
Yeah.
And so we decided we're going to have a funeral that night at midnight. So he goes to his house and comes back with a little cardboard box that he paints up beautifully. And this is the guy whose artwork cost like $10,000. I'm like, wow, that's a really expensive little hamster hedgehog copy. So I put Margaret in, I throw it in the freezer, and I kick everyone out because I'm waiting for my game to come over.
Sure.
Priorities. Because I already scheduled it.
Well, you can't cancel it.
Right. It's too late.
That's rude.
And it's fun. So, I finally kicked them out at 11 o'clock, and then everyone comes down, including your producer and your tech guy, a good friend of mine at the time. So, Michael, your tech guy, actually brought a third friend of his who spent the entire time huffing out of a paper bag. And we had about a dozen people on the center. So we ended up parking the cars near Lincoln Memorial, and we had about a dozen people walk to the center of Memorial Bridge. We were going to do a burial at sea, throw her off the bridge because we wanted her to flip back to Africa, where she came from. So
I think that's how the current goes.
Because I figured we'd get there eventually. So we're literally in the middle of the bridge, and it's midnight, and I'm thinking, this is like right after 9/11 too, and there's no security anywhere, and we're throwing shit in the river, and I'm like, this is what's so fucked about Washington, and this is why I love this place. So
that box was so expensive. Did someone jump in after?
No, sadly. No, we said Kaddish. I brought yarmulkes for everyone to wear.
It's a Jewish hymn.
It was a nice little ceremony. Except for the guy huffing in the corner.
Right, well.
Who is this guy? I'm like, he had a card.
Everybody mourns in their own way.
Yes.
Now, okay, so one last question that I ask everybody. John, what was your hottest moment of the day?
Of today?
Of today.
Oh my God. Speak the truth. No, I don't want to know the truth. We sold out 3 shows for this weekend, so I'm very happy.
All right, hottest moment. John, thank you so much for being on the program. It was a joy to have you. Jon Gann, everybody. All right, well, everybody, we're going to take a short break, and we will be right back after this. Oh, hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. Yeah. Okay. All right, our next guest coming out has a long preamble that he wants me to read before he takes the stage. So let me take a sec here. You may have seen the recent Washington Post feature about how live, true storytelling for adults is the new thing in DC's nightlife scene. One of the biggest local purveyors of this form of entertainment is Story League, which since last March has put on 10 sold-out shows all over town. Now here to give you a sample of what you can expect at one of these evenings is Story League's founder, SM Shrake.
I have a rule, or a motto, which is if you want something in this life, you have to come right flat out and ask for it, okay? You like that? Use it. Well, wait until you hear what happened. In 1995, when I was 25, my best girlfriend, Mittens, and I went to a free concert down by the river in Philadelphia, and the headliner was Miss Etta James, okay? Also known as James Etta Hawkins. Do you know who that is? Let's hear some applause. And we had never heard of her either. Okay? We were young and dumb. No offense. And that night, everything changed. We fell in love because she was breaking out all these classic songs we had never heard, and each of them was like a revelation. You know, like you'll know this one. No. Alright, I'm not even gonna try it. I'm not an asshole like Beyonce. And she also, as if we weren't hooked enough, she had some little raunchy gestures that we were also not familiar with. Like she kept going like this. And then she kept waving her ample ass at us, regardless of what the song was. The woman on the grass next to us kept saying, she knew who she was, the woman on the grass kept saying, oh, she just being bad. Oh, she being bad again. we thought she was pretty good. And our second rule, the second rule is don't fear famous. Embrace them. Because they're more interesting anyway. So if we put our two rules together, you saw what we had to do. We had to go meet this magical new person who would come into our lives, Miss Etta James. And that's just the kind of thing we do. We're narcissists, you know, like, oh, well, we love her, so she should spend some time with us. So the crowd left, and we went up to the front of the stage, right up to the front. And the band was breaking down the set. Etta had left already. I said, oh, what are you guys up to? And they looked down at me, and they said, we're just going to go back to our hotel. And then Mittens, who I should explain, Mittens, my bestie, and I, we're like male and female of the same person. So she's like a blonde bombshell, obviously. And she goes, can we buy you a drink? Just raspy voice. Can we buy you a drink? And they looked at me, and looked at Mittens, and her tittens, if you will, her gesture assets, you know. And they said, sure. We couldn't believe it. Okay, so we'll see you there. So we get in the cab, and we're talking like, I mean, obviously we deserve to hang out with rock stars, right? But, because we're young and sexy. But we still couldn't really believe it. I was thinking, why are they being so nice? Why do they want to hang out with us? Do you think they'll even be there? So on the way to the Marriott, because Etta had to economize, okay? She's not Aretha. She's not like Aretha. We're wondering if they're going to be there, and we get to the Marriott, and they're sitting in the lobby. And they were real mellow. You know, we told them about our cab ride, and they told us some pretty hot gossip and stuff. You know, they were mellow, but they had some inside lines. Like they told us what Etta really thought about Aretha. Gay enough to care. I'll tell you later. And so I tried to get into the mellow vibe too. So I said, because you know I wanted the real action. Like the band is fine, but I said, so when do you think Etta's coming out? Real nonchalant. And the lead guitarist says, oh no, Etta's feet are tired. She's in for the night. She's not going to be coming down. I said, not even for one drink? She doesn't like drinks. And that's when one of her two sons who are in her band, these divas, always put their children in the band. Because they fucked up their childhood, so they feel guilty of it against their childhood. It was either Danto or Sametto, one of the two sons, that said, oh no, Mom's sober now. She doesn't do drugs anymore. She's sober, she's clean. Not the right answer, you know. Mitten said, well, she doesn't have to drink alcohol. We could buy her a Shirley Temple. And they all, they laughed a little too hard at Mittens' joke, you know. They liked it. And so I said, well, this is the part that always kind of bothers me because, you know, I wanted to meet some Etta. And as they were talking to Mittens, I started thinking, well, first of all, hands off. I think they wanted mittens, and I thought, hands off my mittens. Until I get some edge. What's Edda's room number? Because I want to, at Mittens, and I want to buy her some wings. Hot wings? Oh yeah, I'll bet she likes hot wings. I like hot wings. Yeah. No go. And just when I'd given up, Danto says, "Oh, here she is." It was a fucking waitress. It was just some Philadelphia waitress. So, I wanted to, this is the, it's difficult. It's difficult when you're hanging out with rock stars and they look kind of like Edda. The Sons did. So, I thought, well, what can we do? What are we going to have to do here? I guess what we're going to have to do is change our motto about if you want something that's like it, to come right out and ask for it. We're going to have to be more specific. So down at the river, what we really needed to ask was, hey, can we buy drinks for Etta James? So we could have saved ourselves all this trouble. But see, they made the same mistake we did. They should have been more specific down at the river, too. Right? They should have said, can we come back to the hotel? Can we bring Mittens back to the hotel? But see, the Wonder Twin powers, we don't split up. So we stood up. I looked at Mittens, like by mutual assent, we stood up. Because we'd had a few drinks. I said, thanks for the drinks. They had bought us a few well-bought Mittens. And they said, oh, Mittens, you don't have to go now, dude. You can stay for another round, can't you? And that's when I said, look, Mittens is tired. I have to take care of her. You understand. And we left. And so no Mittens, no Etta, no deal. And that's it, thank you.
Which was what?
I'm not going to tell you.
Well, you just have to go to see you at another Story League thing then.
Well, I'm not representing Story League tonight with my own story. I want you to imagine that they're better than that.
Come on, that was great. So SM.
Yes.
So how did you?
Well, this is what I really want to talk about.
Which is what?
Well, what do you want to ask me?
Well, okay, you say your thing first.
I think that Story League has something really exciting going, which is the only competition in town for stories. There's poetry slams, there's open mics, but Story League offers a $100 prize for the best story, which is the only one in the country. There's slams around the country. Who are you, by the way? You're very pretty.
Taylor Durant.
Thank you.
Oh.
I sometimes people call me Mittens, but no, I don't sometimes.
You guys need some more wine. Is that real?
Oh yes.
Okay, well hold on a sec. So let's back up. I'm in charge here.
All right, I'm listening.
Okay, so let's back it up though. Let's talk about first. How did you get into this whole storytelling game?
Oh yeah, well, I had told some stories for Speakeasy DC, which is the venerable storytelling group in the city, and I liked it.
Yeah.
So I took my show on the road, as it were, and I went to other cities and started telling stories there, and participating in slams, and I actually won one, and I thought that was cool. But as I went around to New York and Baltimore and Detroit, my hometown, that's okay, save your hometown.
Yeah. All two of them.
I took notes on what I didn't like about how other cities did their slams, and I tried to improve it all for you. So if you come on the third Wednesday of each month to Busboys and Poets, oh cool, are you going to say it? Oh cool. Busboys and Poets, 14th and B, the flagship location.
Right.
At 9 p.m., which is a little late, but you guys
I mean, if that's a little late, then what are we?
You guys are used to that. You can try your hand. You can submit a story idea ahead of time or at the contest. And we have celebrity judges and hosts. We have had Gabe Liedman. We've had, who were the hosts of the first one? The host was of the first contest. We had
Was it Emily?
yeah, we had Emily Ruskowski. We had local comedians. We had people from New York. This February 15th, though, the day after Valentine's Day, the theme is the movies. So you tell a story about the way a movie affected you. Okay.
It's fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
But you get it? Do you get the concept of that? Like, you don't sit there and talk about your favorite movie.
Or you don't describe the plot of it.
Right. It's so cool and this blows up and stuff. It's supposed to be how the movie affected you.
Well, listen, it might be how Transformers affected some people.
But listen to who the hosts, not the hosts, the judges are. Do you guys watch The Wire? Did you watch The Wire?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Folks up in here.
We have Poot from The Street Corner. The actor who played Poot, that is. Don't confuse the actor with the role. And we have John Hanshaw, the director of the Washington Film Institute. And we're this close. We're one surgery away, one up in the air surgery away from having the film critic from a certain newspaper.
Ah.
Cool.
But guess what? The downside is I'm hosting it. And I suck.
Come on.
But come anyway. Just
So-
ignore me.
So let me ask you something though. Is storytelling just slower stand-up? Kind of where does it fit in that spectrum of? Because obviously there's some joke lines that you're trying to hit in your story, or I guess ideally, but
Unless
it's
you
not.
forget them all. The difference, I think, is the bargain with the audience, with you lovely people. Which with the storytelling, this is why you should do it and not be intimidated. It's kind of like the laughs are gravy.
Mhm.
Whereas with stand-up, of course, you walk in, you paid your $20, and the audience is like, make me laugh, motherfucker.
Please don't point your fake gun at my co-host. Either at the ground or the ceiling.
It has to be wall-to-wall laughs, or they hate you. They actually hate your guts.
Oh, I've been there. Believe me.
But you know.
Oh, Charlie, you're
I know.
funny.
But there's like a symbiotic relationship. So someone like Louis C.K., the best working comedian that there is right now,
Yes.
has these long stories.
Yeah. One clap.
Yeah.
All right. Several claps.
You guys don't have to clap. I hate it when
Yeah,
someone's
he's
like,
not
clap,
here.
clap.
So.
You know, he tells long stories in his act,
Right.
and they're funny. And you know, storytellers incorporate jokes. So, does that answer your question?
In a roundabout kind of way.
The real question is, do improv and storytelling intersect?
I mean,
Ask Topher.
yeah,
You've done both.
very different. Coming from an improv background myself, but let's keep back to storytelling though. So what would be your advice for anybody who is thinking about trying an open mic, somebody who just saw you do this just now, or who's been thinking about coming out to Story League? You know, what's your advice for them trying to craft a story from their life?
Don't be boring.
That's a good rule, just in general.
Great advice. Now, I did want to ask you about, SM the Man. On your blog, you have a thing called Shraxisms, or how do you pronounce it?
Shraxims, like
Shraxims.
Shrake Maxims.
Okay, so tell me about this.
Well, I have a long history of mental problems and substance abuse issues. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to say, oh. But I didn't hang up my writer's pen. I've always just written. So in the midst of all of that kind of unusualness, thoughts come to me and I write them down.
Well, hey, we've actually got
Oh no.
a few of your big fans, and they wanted to read it to you.
My girlfriend and I recently got into an argument when she asked me, "Does this dress make me look fat?" I responded with this Shraxism. "You are fatter than you think."
Tall people are unclean.
I stand by that remark.
The argument between my girlfriend and I escalated when she said, "Is that what you really think, I responded with this Shraxism. You're only as good as your worst photo.
You owe me a lot, world. Start with an apology.
My girlfriend said then, "Are you really that judgmental?" I responded with Shraxism number 63. You say judgmental, I say smart.
When my defense mechanisms clash against yours, someone has to lose.
Now, I am married to my own bitterness.
People who whistle are dangerous sociopaths.
Ew.
All right, the Shrake players. You know all those by heart. You're not for a long way.
Why did you make me do a story? I could have just sat here.
Giving us your
Can I
wisdom.
tell you my favorite Shraxism?
Please.
I consider what is done against me by one person to be done against me by all people, so it doesn't matter who gets punished.
Wow, you're like Old Testament God. All right, one more thing before you go. What was your hottest moment of the day, SM?
As I was walking here, I told you this, the indigent person on the corner, I'm gonna not gonna use a...
That's fine.
Is
Yeah,
that fine?
just use
Sure,
that.
whatever.
Is that too big? You know what I
Use
mean?
that
Bum. On the corner.
Whatever euphemism makes you feel better.
The bum on the corner by McDonald's, as I walked by, said, "You're good looking."
All right. Thank you so much. We had a great time. Thank
It's fun. They were just speaking from the heart.
you. They were. We need to bring back the Shrexham players another time. All right. Well, everybody knows it's Super Bowl weekend, and with the New England Patriots and New York Giants returning to the big game yet again, this season's finale became a trite letdown for many NFL fans. However, on the show tonight to share his views is NFL fan Tom Teaford in a segment we're going to call Taking a Tee with Tom Teaford. Tom Teaford, everybody. Tom, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me take a tea on your show, Charlie.
Of course, Tom, of course.
Now, Charlie, the NFL Divisional Championships a week and a half ago left me needing to take the biggest tea I've taken in a long time. And the pressure's been building up for 11 days, so I'm ready to let her rip.
Well, do what you got to do, Tom.
Okay. Time out, America! Time out! I've been waiting to do that.
Tom, is there any reason that you unzipped your pants just now?
I'm taking a tea, Charlie. I need to be comfortable. Time out, America. Why are the Patriots in every Super Bowl and with the Giants? Again, it's like I'm watching ESPN Classics, but I'm not. It's like, what is this, the past or the present? Oh, yeah, it's both. I'm taking a tea, Charlie.
Okay, well, that's fair enough, Tom. But if New England's always in the Super Bowl, what about the other teams?
Well, the Ravens this year were more like the Cavens, missing a field goal that was shorter than Kim Kardashian's marriage. Oh, and the 49ers were more like the Sporty Winers. When? Give us the ball back. We didn't mean to fumble 1,000 times. They make me want to take a tea so bad.
Understandably so, Tom. Well, despite the lack of novelty in the matchup, will you still be watching the Super Bowl?
Probably not.
But I'm glad you asked that, Charlie, because I've made a list of things I would rather watch than this year's Super Bowl.
Good.
Number 1, an electricity meter. Number 2, a windsock. Number 3, that thing when you put a drop of water on a scrunched up straw wrapper.
I wish we had one of those for everybody. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that you were so let down by the NFL.
It's okay. You know, I've channeled my disappointment in a healthy means by writing lyrics to an emo song.
Oh, wow.
Is it alright if I share that?
Yeah, everybody, you guys want to hear the song? All right. Please, go right ahead.
Only 4 years have passed since we last saw this same match. Wake me up when the season ends. The halftime show will make me laugh. Abortion ads will make me sad. Wake me up when the season ends. The 49ers dropped a punt. The Ravens botched a kick. Now both are feeling really dumb for losing 'cause of this. Manning has got a ring. Brady also has 3 rings. Wake me up when the season ends.
All right. Oh.
Maybe I'll watch reruns of Friends.
Mom, I think you...
Try. I hate to cut you short, but I gotta take a pee.
Well, go right ahead. Tom Tiford, everybody.
He needs a timeout.
He does need a timeout. All right, now we're going to take yet another break, so please stick with us. All right, welcome back, everybody. All right. Okay, our musical guest tonight is Paperhaus. Now, guys, before you play, I have a few questions. Where can people find your music, or where can they come see it coming up? Or
We're going to be making, I think, full-length records, so we're not going to be playing a lot of shows, probably not till April.
That's really exciting.
So this is actually probably the last time we'll play live till April.
All right, awesome.
Special show.
All of you should feel very lucky. Now, everybody does have a CD under their seat, so please grab that.
You get a CD, then you get
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next week, iPads. I'm just kidding. We don't have enough money for
That
that.
is not true.
I mean, okay. And I want to remind everybody to please sign up for Paperhaus's email list as well, so you can find out about the new record and about shows that'll be up after April. And guys, why don't you take it away?
Sure. So this is a song from the EP. It's the first one on there. It's called Diamond Days.
Holding get old. The past grows stronger. Tendencies and habits make the most of us until we learn to trust ourselves. Let the wind song move us to a low. Can take a hold when you let it sit and drag inside your skin. But take the time to find a sign, bring it back to simple circles, spinning things in your shoulder, and let the light upon your face come swimming in. I always thought these diamond days were here to stay, but they went away when I took them from me.
Want us to do another one?
What do you want to do?
Jeez, how about, want to do one more?
Alright, we have a song.
Okay.
We have a song. Here's the thing, we want to play the song because it's weird.
Okay.
We like weird.
It's in Russian. They were like the first big Soviet rock band in the 80s that like blew up and they did like, throw them in jail.
Well,
So,
We should
This
honor
guy's
it and
fluent.
hear it then.
Yeah, I will be singing this one.
okay, let's
Okay.
let's go out on the weird one.
Yeah,
okay.
let's do it.
I just want to say yes. Yeah, I think
Put some musical chairs in.
Wait.
Okay.
Just a height order as
Yeah.
a Russian messing doll. Alex, pick me. Guitar pick.
This is the one that was in the
It's in the guitar.
It's in the guitar.
that is the equivalent of leaving your glasses on your head and asking where they
For me, socks.
So this one's called Закрой за мной дверь, я ухожу. So sing along, please.
are. You all know it. You all know it.
Ready?
Yep. Они говорят, всем нельзя рисковать, потому что у них есть дом, в доме горит свет. Я не знаю точно, кто из нас прав, меня ждет на улице дождь, и ждет дома обед. Закрой за мной дверь, я ухожу. Закрой за мной дверь, я ухожу. И если тебя вдруг наскучит твой ласковый свет, тебе найдется место улиц. Дождя хватит на всех. Посмотри на часы, посмотри на потребности. usłyszysz tam za oknem, ty usłyszysz nasz skok. Zakrój za mną drewnią kościół, zakrój za mną drewnią kościół, zakrój za mną drewnią kościół, zakrój za mną drewnią kościół. Zakrój za mną drewnią kościół, zakrój za mną drewnią kościół, zakrój za mną